This is ESPN ESPORTS. I'm Ardo Cal. So, Leffen has finally won a Smash Ultimate tournament. But have you ever seen a competitor want to win less than Leffen at Smash Ultimate? It's a fascinating, if not bizarre, circumstance of a player who is good enough to compete in a game that he seems to absolutely despise. So the backstory is, Leffen, of course, is one of the best Melee players of all time. He humanized the 5 gods of Melee in one of the most spectacular feats in esports history. And of course, Smash Ultimate comes out, and many players have this sort of existential crisis. Should I continue to grind the game that I'm so good at, that I'm known for, or play the game and grind the game that maybe I don't like so much but is getting all the attention, or at least the biggest share of attention and the biggest tournaments and arguably also the biggest prize money in the Smash community right now. So Leffen decided to compete in Melee while dipping his toe into Smash Ultimate. And even before DreamHack Winter, the tournament that he won this past weekend, he said, look, I don't like this game. I'll even read the tweet that he said. Going to play Ultimate at DreamHack since I've already booked it. But past that, I don't think I can take this anymore, even if it brings in money and viewers and it's my job. So for him to have that sort of hanging out there before he even gets to the tournament really sets the tone for the type of tournament. And he was tweeting throughout the entire weekend, hoping that players would eliminate him, because it seemed like with every game that he won, with every round that he advanced, it was even more and more arduous and laborious for him to compete in this tournament. Well, guess what? He made it all the way to the grand finals against Mr. R from the Netherlands. He even reset the bracket. He went down 2-0 and he pulled off the reverse sweep. Impressive for any tournament, for any in any genre, and Leffen did it in Smash Ultimate. Some of the tweets that he said afterwards, though, were very, like I said, bizarre and puzzling for somebody who had just won a tournament. He did say, headed home from DreamHack now, feels good to end this Ultimate arc on a win. Not going to be making any promises, but in the near future, my focus is not going to be on competitive Ultimate. I'll be streaming it sometimes still, but main streams are going to be Melee plus variety. And then after that, he followed up with many reasons why he doesn't like Smash Ultimate. It's not fun. It triggers him, he says. It's not fun at the top levels of competitive play. It rewards camping. Many reasons why Leffen and perhaps other Ultimate players as well don't like this game. But Leffen in particular took to Twitter, I'll keep reading his tweets that really hammer this point down. To me, it's just such an expletive, terrible game through and through unless you're a casual. I sincerely never feel like I earn a win, and putting tons of hours in only to get camped or janked is so annoying, LMAO. I thought I understood why Zero hated competing, but now I really do. And so he goes on to further say tweets in that similar vein. But this is going to be interesting in 2020. Now that we have seen a year of Smash Ultimate competition, and we don't have a new Smash game, obviously, coming in 2020, it'll be very interesting to see what the Smash Ultimate scene looks like in 2020. I can still see it being the top game at EVO. I can still see it being the having the top prize pools and the most interest, definitely from Nintendo's point of view, in the Smash esports scene in 2020. But I don't see it growing necessarily. I don't see it having a better year, perhaps, than it did in year one, because as we know, after the first year, that newness, that luster is now off. And so this could be the year, and Leffen could have really signaled it here by being so public about his disdain of this game and saying, you know what, I'm going to go back to Melee where my bread and butter is. I'll play Ultimate as it suits me, but I really don't want to compete in Ultimate because it's not fun for me. A big question mark for me in 2020 in the Smash community in particular is how many other players that were so dominant in other titles that are now playing Smash Ultimate almost as a necessity will now feel the same way. Maybe, like I said, that newness is gone. I wonder how many people will say, you know what, this game isn't fun for me. The prize pools aren't big enough. It's not like Fortnite where it's undeniable money. I'm just going to go back to the game that I had fun playing because burnout is a real thing. And Leffen understood that and didn't want to get burnt out grinding Ultimate and feeling bad about it. So he's going back to games that he enjoys. How many more Smash competitive players will have this same sentiment and publicly in 2020? And what will that do for the Smash Ultimate community and the competitive scene? It'll be very interesting to see because, as we know, Sakurai does consider this to be a casual game. He's totally fine with people playing it competitively, but competitive is not the focus of the game, as the Smash community knows and as the esports community at large knows. So we may see some changes to the game. We may see some, we recently saw buffs for certain characters, Jigglypuff being one. Hungrybox is absolutely loving it, sees himself being a better competitor in Ultimate in 2020 as a result. So we might see some changes to the game along the way. We might even see some more DLC. We might see some refreshments to the game, of course, for content creators, etc. But the competitive community at large is going to be a big question mark for Smash Ultimate going into 2020. Tell us your thoughts. What do you think the Smash Ultimate competitive scene will look like in 2020? Will we get bigger prize pools? Will different companies come into the fray? Will we see more involvement from Nintendo? A lot of people like Zero say probably not. By the way, we did an interview, a half-hour interview with Zero after he announced that he was signing exclusively with Facebook Gaming. That is up at youtube.com/ESPN eSports. But let us know in the comments of this video what you think the Smash Ultimate scene will look like in 2020. I do think it's going to be a very interesting year for Smash Ultimate and the Smash scene in general, where competitors go, where they spend their time, and what they say publicly about this scene. While you're at it, please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be the first to be notified every time videos like these drop on our channel. And of course, continued coverage available at ESPN.com/esports.